Thank you. Screen. Thank you. Alrighty. So this is what we were looking at. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. So this is what we were looking at, or I was looking at. This is the label for the culinary oil. And as you can see there, it talks about the smoke point of grapeseed oil. These are the two labels that I was talking about with the butter. It shows the grass-fed one, which does have dairy, and then the vegan one that does not have dairy in there. And this is where I was with the hemp-powered hair. So this is our new hemp-powered hair that shows you all of the awesome oils that are in there. Pumpkin seed and lavender, rosemary. It's a great antiseptic. Moringa for help stimulating the blood circulation. And wild salmon is going to give you good fats to feed those follicles. Peppermint is stimulating as well. And cedarwood and thyme, cinnamon, and lemon oil. Powerful, powerful. And I'll talk about a little bit more about those. Now, the liquid relief. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get one of mine because I love the relief cream. It's something that I use on a regular basis to help control my pain. This relief oil has 200 milligrams of CBD. It has the MCT coconut oil to help with absorption, black seed, menthol, peppermint, borage, spearmint, lavender oil, frankincense, rosemary, all of the oils that we have in our relief system. All the oils that we have in our relief system, as well as adding in pine needle and tea tree oil. Really, really awesome. So speaking of that oil that we looked at, the culinary oil, Dr. Rita has a few tips of cooking with CBD. She says to try sweet and savory CBD cooking because most recipes that include CBD oil tend to focus on sweets and baked goods because it's easier to cover up the bitterness of CBD with sugar or chocolate. But CBD oils can be just as effectively used in savory dishes. I know I plan to do some of that during the holidays. So it needs to be infused into a fat or an oil-based ingredient like butter, ghee, lard, or coconut oil before it can be used in cooking. So in some recipes, like alcohol, vodka, rum, and whiskey, can replace that fat component. Avoid wine and beer, which won't act as great carriers for CBD oil because they are water-based. Remember, we have a water soluble that can be used for wine and water and other things that are more water-based. Temperature does matter. CBD can be a bit tricky when it comes to temperatures. Warming the oil can increase CBD's effectiveness, but higher temperatures can kill some of the active components. CBD will begin to evaporate at temperatures higher than 320 to 356. So we want to make sure that you keep it below that. Guys, I'm going to check one more time that you guys can see my screen. Would you please let me know by yay or nay? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I see a yay. Thank you very much. Dr. Rita was checking on me. Thank you. All righty. So do not place your CBD oil on direct heat. Heating the oil at too high temperatures can result in the loss of terpenes. Terpenes are the thing that give it its flavor, give it its effectiveness. Compounds that work in conjunction with CBD to increase its overall effects. Heating CBD too high also tends to bring out more of its bitterness. So we want to start with small amounts. Less is more when you're starting out. You don't want to waste any oil. So adding too much of CBD to a recipe usually leads to bad flavor, wasted oil, and too much of the compound's effects. You know, you don't want to go to sleep immediately after. And then also consider starting with smaller batches of food that you're cooking. So if the dish turns out well, maybe just do something for just the two of you, and then you can prepare it for the whole family later in a larger recipe. So you want to store the oil properly as well. Always keep CBD oil in a cool, dark place when not in use. Cannabinoids are naturally sensitive to heat and light, which can lead to degradation in potency and quality. Degraded CBD oil will not be as effective and may add more bitterness and unpleasant flavors to your recipe. And that's antithetical to what we're looking for. We're looking to have delicious food with the benefits of the awesome CBD that's in there. So that's a little bit about that with regard to CBD. And I know that I just took my screen off. I meant to. Give me just a moment. So let's go into a little bit more about the qualities of that grapeseed oil in the CBD. So I'm going to share back now that I've changed those slides. So looking at the culinary oil, there's a little bit more information I want to share with you about why we use grapeseed oil. See, grapeseed oil is extracted from grape seeds during winemaking using an organic solvent or mechanical technique. The oil has a light taste and is high in polyunsaturated fats, so it can be used in a lot of different food products. For example, you'll find grapeseed oil in salad dressing, mayonnaise, or waffle mix. It's also sprayed on raisins to help retain their flavor. Lord Almighty, I learned something new from Dr. Rita every single time. I did not know that. Besides using grapeseed oil to increase the flavor of foods, it can also be used in wellness products due to its health benefits. So the benefits of grapeseed oil are that it's an antioxidant. Just like grapes, grapeseed oil has antioxidant properties. In fact, it has one of the highest amount of antioxidants content because it's high in gallic acid, catechin, epicatechin, procyanidins, and proanthocyanidins. And so since grapeseed oil is an antioxidant, it helps to remove free radicals and also chelates metals from the body, or remove those from the body. It's crucial to maintain proper immune function and cell signaling of the body. Looks like I got a message. Let me see what that was about. Okay. Won't come up for me. I'll look at that later. It is also an anti-inflammatory. Many diseases do manifest due to chronic inflammation in the body. Having too much inflammation can be painful and lead to premature death. It's vital to take in nutrients with anti-inflammatory properties to reduce inflammation and heal the body. So grapeseed oil does contain polyphenols that prevent arachidonic acid from forming and therefore helping to decrease inflammation in the body. Now, guys, I'm not Dr. Rita. I do have a microbiology degree, which means that I do know how to pronounce a lot of these words, but some of them I do have an issue with. So arachidonic is a new one for me. Grapeseed oil and CBD. CBD or cannabidiol is fat soluble. Therefore, it needs to be mixed or added to fat to absorb its benefits more effectively. This is where grapeseed oil comes in. So given that grapeseed oil is high in polyunsaturated fats and it has a host of beneficial properties similar to those in CBD, they make a great duo. If you're looking for CBD oil to cook with, try to find one made with grapeseed oil. Its high heat point means that you won't lose the benefits of CBD while cooking with it. That is awesome. But again, you don't want to fry because it will take away the properties of the CBD. I did not mean to do that. Now, moving on to the hemp-powered hair. Again, this is a product that we've been waiting on, and it is filled to the brim with awesome essential oils that, again, are cultivated on a regular basis to assist with with growth of your hair and the health of it. Cedarwood essential oil is one of those awesome oils. It derives from the needles, leaves, bark, and berries of cedar trees. It comes in a highly concentrated form, and to extract this oil, people use several different techniques such as cold press, steam distillation, or carbon dioxide distillation, or CO2. You may have seen that. Although cedarwood oil can be bought on its own to use in an oil diffuser, it's also used in products like insect repellents, shampoo, and deodorant. So there are some health properties of cedarwood oil as well. Studies show that cedarwood essential oil may have the following health properties: antiseptic, again, great for your hair and your scalp. Anti-inflammatory. Do you know that dandruff is an inflammation symptom? So anti-inflammatory, antispasmodic, a diuretic, and insecticidal, and antifungal. All of those excellent to have in your hair. Beneficial uses for hair loss: regular scalp massage with cedarwood, thyme, rosemary, and lavender essential oils can improve hair growth. Awesome. For scalp conditions, they help reduce and soothe an itchy, flaky scalp. For skin health, because it is an anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial, it can help reduce the appearance of scars, treat minor wounds, alleviate arthritis pain, and soothe the symptoms of eczema. Because it has sedative qualities also, it can assist with your sleep. And it has a soothing effect on mood. Of course, that sedation quality is going to reduce your anxiety. Now, you can also use cedarwood oil in an aromatherapy situation for perfume or cologne, to treat acne, and to make your own moth repellent. Of course, you know that when you have cedar lined chest or cedar closets or those cedar blocks that you can hang, those are repellents. So that is real stuff. Now, remember, we are talking about CBD. We're talking about the species of cannabis that is the hemp species. It contains much more CBD than THC, higher percent, 20% or more of CBD, and less than 0.3% of THC, as opposed to the second species, what they call the marijuana species, which does contain a high amount of THC and a low amount of CBD. Our CBD is full spectrum, and it's important that your CBD be full spectrum, because as you see here on the wheel, CBD with that amount of THC gives you the full benefit of the plant, as opposed to limiting the benefits of the plant. So let's talk a little bit about CBD and THC. CBD is considered the non-psychoactive cannabinoid. It can appear to have some psychoactive effects, but it only emits a high that's sedative and responsible for the relief that most people look for medicinally. CBD is found in large concentrations in the hemp plant, which is part of the cannabis plant family, as we just talked about. So CBD, again, is non-psychoactive, and that sedative relief that some consider, or some may feel like, oh my goodness, am I high? Folks, I would say that that's probably better described like if you've ever had one glass of wine. One glass of wine for the average adult does not make you high or drunk, but it does have a sedative. Some people fall asleep after a glass of wine or feel more relaxed. I would say that would be the effect that you would get from CBD, not a high that's giggly or munchy or specifically impairing to you. THC, or delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, is considered a psychoactive cannabinoid that is responsible for the high when consumed. That means that it affects the brain function by acting on the central nervous system, which can result in altering your mood, your behavior, perception, and cognition. the effects of THC are felt most when inhaled. See, when you superheat hemp, THC is released. And so when you eat hemp seeds or put them in your smoothie or in your salad, you're not going to get high, even though we're talking about the same plant. When you superheat those, that is when the THC is released, and that is when it begins to have that psychoactive effect. While THC and CBD have many beneficial properties individually, when used together, the effects are far more impressive. This is why a full spectrum product like ours is important, because you get the full benefit of the plant. So when working alongside the THC molecules, CBD can negate some of the anxiety that THC causes, and it can provide relief for different types of pain. This makes nature the best doctor. She combined THC and CBD into a single plant because together they're much more effective, especially for people with multiple symptoms. I don't know about you, but as an adult, I have multiple symptoms about multiple things. You know, I used to really suffer a lot from headaches. I've worn glasses since I was the age of 5. And so I've had different types of prescriptions. And generally, the time that I realize that I need a new prescription is when I have an inordinate amount of headaches related to my eyes, you know, my eye strain. And so, you know, so multiple symptoms is important to be treated by this plant. CBD also appears to antagonize the excitatory effects of THC by delaying the onset of the high, while also making it last up to twice as long. So some of us refer to that as a creeper high when the effect doesn't occur soon after consumption. Although marijuana affects people differently, it's unlikely that most have experienced those antagonistic effects. So why is it that CBD works so well for so many people on so many different levels and for so many different ailments? It's because of the endocannabinoid system. This system plays a role in many of our regulatory physiological processes, like appetite regulation and digestion and metabolism, memory, neural development, learning, cardiovascular function, inflammation, pain, synaptic plasticity, movement, energy balance, thermogenesis. I mean, it helps to regulate how you feel, how you think, and how you react. And it's done through these receptors. Cannabinoids bind to receptors to produce a characteristic effect in the body. The known receptors that are in the endocannabinoid system are the CB1 and CB2 receptors. And each receptor responds to different cannabinoids, but some cannabinoids interact with both. And so that's what makes CBD so powerful, is that this system inside of our bodies is looking for cannabinoids. As a matter of fact, the system is all over our bodies and our brain and our lungs, our spleen, our pancreas, our entire vascular system, our liver, our colon, our entire immune system, our reproductive organs, our muscles, and our bones. So can't you see how this can not only assist someone who's recovering from a stroke, or assist someone who has diabetes, or assist someone who has irritable bowel syndrome, or who has trouble sleeping, or who has muscle pains or restless leg syndrome? You know, it's because the endocannabinoid system is so vast over our bodies. So CBD has been found to be effective in providing relief from serious symptoms, serious conditions like sarcoidosis. My father actually passed from that condition of sarcoidosis, and the side effects from the medication he was given was amazing. And so, my goodness, I wish that we had CBD available when he was suffering because it protects the immune system by lowering viral loads and developing a high number of T cells, which aid in treating sarcoidosis as it reduces formation of immune cells into clusters. Sarcoidosis was a subject that Dr. Rita talked about a few weeks ago, and it was just so eye-opening about how CBD can really, really help with such a serious disease. Bernie Mac, you may remember, actually suffered from sarcoidosis as well. CBD also helps protect our kidneys by lowering cell death and kidney inflammation. CBD is an antiviral and antibacterial compound. Studies have found that CBD acts as a natural antibiotic and can effectively be used to treat infections arising from bacteria or viruses. As a result, CBD may be effective in treating diseases like sarcoidosis, as it is suspected to be triggered by an abnormal immune response toward bacteria or viruses. There's a natural relief with CBD. You see, our purpose here is to make sure that we provide not only the best products, but give you that education to let you know that you don't have to have opioids or chemicals going into your beautiful organic body. You can get natural relief with CBD. CBD fights pain and inflammation. Pain and inflammation are the two most common and severe symptoms of diseases like sarcoidosis. I remember my father being in such pain that he said to me that his hair hurt. Never heard that before. He said that his hair hurt. His body was racked with so much pain. Treating pain and inflammation with anti-inflammatory and pain-killing drugs can have adverse side effects. As I mentioned, he suffered so much. You know, some of you may also can relate to this, where you have someone that has medicine that gives them diarrhea and another one that gives them constipation, another one that makes them hungry, another one that suppresses the appetite, another one that makes them sleepy, another one that makes them jumpy. Well, I can tell you that of the 17 medications my father was taking, he had reverse side effects all day long. CBD is a well-known anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving cannabinoid that assists in relieving lymph node inflammation as well as pain and joint swelling arising from that condition. It acts as an analgesic remedy to relieve the excruciating pain arising in the chest and other parts of the body due to sarcoidosis. See, CBD can be a safe and effective and natural way to relieve symptoms of not only sarcoidosis, but of arthritis and so many diseases and conditions that spawn inflammation. Now, why is it that you're here today? You know, it's because of Wakana. These products come from our Wakana source. You know, on April 20th, 2019, Wakana was brought into existence through the synergistic efforts and shared foundational values of 4 African-American women who believe that health, wealth, legacy, and freedom are gifts that belong to all people. These are the beautiful sisters. Our CEO, Melissa Boston Atoyebe, a powerful woman who has built teams in over 40 countries, has been in sales and marketing for over 29 years, retired herself at the age of 33 years old, and since then has been a mentor and a leader to thousands. Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, a state senator and evangelist, is our president and our leader. We call her the wealth pillar. Our Senior VP of Sales, Phyllis Nash, has over 30 years of experience in sales and has been successful in every single venture that she has been a part of, from real estate to retail to network marketing. She is absolutely the right person to be the Senior VP of Sales, as she is an impeccable leader. Dr. Rita McGuire, who you usually listen to on Wednesday nights, is our Chief Medical Officer with over 30 years of experience as an OB-GYN and is a pioneer in the cannabis industry, as well as someone who is using this in her practice for the last 3 years. An absolute expert and an irreplaceable person on the team. So now, WAKANNA, the products that we're talking about, WAKANNA provides these products that you can trust. Every product that we highlighted tonight, as well as those in the rest of our product line, are State Department compliant, industrial hemp registered, and fully compliant with the 2018 Farm Bill. This is another look at our products. These are some of the other products that we hadn't talked about. Our tinctures, culinary, our hempranium, as well as our water soluble. In both of our formulations, the Power, which is our full spectrum, contains that 0.3% or less of THC. And you'll see there our white label, which is our pure. We have that in our hempranium, our water soluble, and our gummies. That is our formulation that has 0.0% THC. Now, if you're on the line and you're a person that is subject to random drug screens, that is the line that you want to ingest, the edibles or using the water soluble or the tincture. That is the line that you want to make sure you ingest. Now, the relief, our topicals, those can be full spectrum because it does not break the blood-brain barrier, so it would not absorb into your bloodstream, therefore not being subject to any random drug screens. Another product that I want to highlight is our new Power Hemp MD. This is a 750 milligram formulation that still contains less than 0.3% THC. It's an equivalent to 50 milligrams of CBD per milliliter. So this is our most potent tincture. Most potent tincture. You want to stay close to this one. Our Extreme Relief is one of the ones that I've been using. It is awesome. It has those essential oils in there, along with CBD, that are specifically honed for ultimate pain relief. Our Relief 500 is a less concentrated formula, but also powerful. And so I know you're wondering how you might be able to get some of these products. Well, our personal use dispensary is the best way for you to get a little bit of everything. You're going to get 2 of our Power Hempranium, 1 of our Culinary Plus, 1 of our Pure Water Soluble, 1 of our Power Relief, 2 of our vapes, 2 of our pure gummies, and you'll receive commissions for 1 month, 30-day online store, and a 30-day master key. That's a $500 value, folks. If you were to take those products out individually and price them out, you're talking about a $500 value for just $299. What an awesome discount that is in packaging. So these are products for your personal use. As you see there, you'll be able to get a little bit of everything there, and you'll be able to have that for yourself and for share with a family member. Now, our Crown Jewel Dispensary is how you'll be able to start a business. You see, being able to start your business with products and educational tools is how we do it at WAKANNA. So the full Crown Dispensary is our best value. It includes 3 of those personal use dispensaries. That's this right here. You'll get 3 of those. And remember, that personal use dispensary is a $500 value. So you have a $1,500 value with just products. And then you have a Crown Jewel Dispensary toolbox, which has a value of $500 by itself. How does that come about? Well, it's got 2 Wakanda University basic certification vouchers in there. What that gives you is the ability to be a Wakandapreneur with education. You see, we feel like education is the key to wealth. And with those Wakanda University certifications, you'll be able to have one for yourself and one to gift to a trusted team member. You'll also have the broker master key for life. A broker is someone that gets to give away free websites. You get to share your websites with folks and be able to reap the benefits of the sales that take place on those sites. You can earn more by infusing drinks and edibles, and you'll get paid as a sapphire with 6 levels with overrides for 4 months. That is so awesome. That means you get to jump the line, folks. I mean, if you don't know what I mean about jump the line and sapphire, get back with the person that invited you. They can go over the compensation plan. But having those 2 Wakanda University basic certifications is a value of $400. And then the broker master key is generally a $99 per year renewal. So that $500 plus $1,500 in products means that you have a $2,000 value for only $998. Folks, you have a 50% advantage out the gate. So you can absolutely start your business. So we do want you to take part in these fantastic products. Please get back with the person that invited you tonight. Get more information about how you can take advantage of these great products. Learn how to use them. And if you are business minded, you want to make sure that you get a part of the cannabis industry by getting our Crown Jewel Dispensary. You'll get that again for $998. That's a $2,000 value of products and toolbox education. And so I appreciate you for joining tonight. I hope that you got some value out of our new product launch. I know you're excited about getting those products, so certainly get back with the person that invited you. Get what you're looking for with the products or with our business. Come join us on this mission and on this movement. Share the products around, because folks need to have a trusted source for education and for products with CBD, and Wakanda is absolutely the way to be able to get that. Remember, your questions are going to be posed to Dr. Rita at her email, which is drritamac@gmail.com. All right? Well, folks, we appreciate you again, and I hope you have a fantastic evening.